What's going on, my Gooshins? This is your fearless leader, Toots My Goots. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing the number 16 to number 19 overall ratings and their impact players for my Madden 95 recreation roster. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. The number 16 spot goes to the New York Giants, who finished 9-7, narrowly missing the playoffs. The defense finished as a top 10 defense while being full of young, up-and-coming players. The offense was pedestrian in every way except for the running game, which finished 10th in the league. The big reason for the success in the run is running back Rodney Hampton, a two-time Pro Bowler who finished with 1,075 yards and 6 touchdowns on the ground. The young defensive talent mentioned before is led by linebacker Jesse Armstead and defensive end Michael Strahan. Jesse Armstead is coming off a 41 tackle, 3 sack, 1 interception season, and Strahan is coming off a 40 tackle, 4.5 sack, 1 forced fumble season, and the word from camp is that both of these guys have shown major improvement and could be Pro Bowl level this season. If the Giants crack the top 10 in offense, they could be trouble for anyone in the league. But with Dallas and Philly looming in the division, they have a tough road ahead. At number 15 are the Detroit Lions, who finished 9-7 and lost in the NFC wildcard round. It's no secret that the Lions live and breathe off the success of running back Barry Sanders. Last season, Sanders was awarded the NFC Offensive Player of the Year award and earned his 6th straight Pro Bowl and his 4th All-Pro selection. He put up 1,883 yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground and 283 yards and 1 touchdown through the air. Sanders isn't alone anymore, as wide receiver Herman Moore has proven to be one of the elite pass catchers in the league. Moore was selected to his first Pro Bowl after recording 72 catches for 1,173 yards and 11 touchdowns. Left tackle Lomas Brown continues to be among the best offensive linemen in the league after being named to his 5th straight Pro Bowl. The Lions can contend for an NFC Championship berth if the defense can find a way to get out of the bottom tier of the league. The number 14 spot goes to the Oakland Raiders, who finished 9-7 and just missed the playoffs. The Raiders flashed elite offensive and defensive talent at times, but failed to close the important games that eventually left them out of the playoffs. The inconsistency is what did the Raiders in, as they put up less than 20 points in half of their games. But there is no denying the talent in Oakland. Wide receiver Tim Brown earned his 4th Pro Bowl selection, posting 89 catches for 1,309 yards and 9 touchdowns. He showed elite ability in the punt return game as well, putting up 487 yards. The defense looks to build on their up-and-down 94 season, which saw them ranked 10th in total yards and 9th against the run. Cornerback Terry McDaniel is coming off his 3rd straight Pro Bowl after tallying 61 tackles and 7 interceptions, 3 of which he returned for touchdowns. McDaniel can line up against any receiver in the league and is truly an elite shutdown corner. Controlling the trenches for the Raiders is the big fella himself, defensive tackle Chester McLaughlin. McLaughlin earned his first Pro Bowl selection after putting up an elite showing last year for 62 tackles, 9.5 sacks, and 3 forced fumbles. McLaughlin clogs the middle against the run and has the ability to disrupt the passing game by himself. If the Raiders find consistency this season, they could be a force in the AFC. The number 13 spot goes to the Arizona Cardinals, who finished 8-8 and just missed the playoffs. The Cardinals were completely polarizing as one of the worst offenses in the league, but also one of the best defenses in the league. The Cardinals' defense ranked top 5 in points, total yards, passing yards, and rushing yards, the only team to do so in the league. Led by first-time Pro Bowl cornerback Aeneas Williams, who led the NFL in interceptions with 9 interceptions. He is a premier lockdown corner and can erase even the most elite receivers in the game. Throw at him if you dare, but he can make you pay. Defensive tackle Eric Swan has shown the ability to get to the quarterback by posting 7 sacks in '94. And outside linebacker Seth Joyner is coming off his 3rd Pro Bowl selection after posting 53 tackles, 3 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, and 6 sacks. If the Cardinals want to compete for a playoff spot, their offense needs to show improvement. And if they do, the Cardinals could be a dark horse NFC Championship contender. At number 12, we have the New England Patriots, who finished 10-6 and lost in the AFC wildcard round. The Patriots will contend for a title in the AFC as they are one of the only true balanced teams in the league. They're coming off a very exciting year, which saw their offense finish 1st in passing yards, 4th in total yards, and 8th in points scored. Quarterback Drew Bledsoe led the NFL with 4,555 yards, earning his first Pro Bowl selection. His favorite target, tight end Ben Coates, put up one of the greatest seasons for a tight end in NFL history. He finished with 96 catches for 1,174 yards and 7 touchdowns, which led the NFL for tight ends in catches and yards. Coates earned his first Pro Bowl and All-Pro honors, but the real buzz surrounds the Patriots draft. First-round pick, cornerback Ty Law, will be an immediate impact in the secondary to help shore up the Patriots' 16th-ranked pass defense from a season ago. And their 3rd-round choice, running back Curtis Martin, is an absolute steal, and he will vie for the starting running back role and has a phenomenal camp, rumors say. Don't be surprised if Martin quickly finds success in a high-octane Patriots offense. The number 11 spot goes to the Buffalo Bills, who finished 7-9 and missed the playoffs. It's hard to imagine the Bills not being in the top 5 given all of the success they've had over the last 6 years, making 4 trips to the Super Bowl in that span. However, Father Time is undefeated, and this squad is starting to get old. The injuries are piling up, and their window is closing to capture that elusive title for Buffalo. Defensive end Bruce Smith hopes to spark an otherwise pedestrian defense that finished near the bottom of the league in all but rush defense, which they finished 8th last year. Smith finished among the league best, posting 81 tackles, 10 sacks, and 5 forced fumbles, and he even had an interception. He earned his 7th Pro Bowl nod and his 5th All-Pro nod. As long as Smith stays healthy, the Bills' defense should be a top 10 unit. On the other side of the ball, the Big Three are still intact, led by future Hall of Fame wide receiver Andre Reed, who's coming off one of his best seasons as a pro. He posted 90 catches for 1,303 yards and 8 touchdowns. His running mate, future Hall of Fame running back Thurman Thomas, is still able to produce at a high level, even though he's starting his decline. The 5-time Pro Bowler and 2-time All-Pro selection finished with 1,093 yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground while managing 50 catches, 349 yards, and 2 touchdowns receiving. The Bills can beat anyone, anytime, anywhere, but that relies on their main pieces staying healthy. If future Hall of Fame quarterback Jim Kelly can stay on his feet, look out for the Bills to make one last run at the Super Bowl. At number 10, we have the Cleveland Browns, who finished 11-5 and lost in the AFC divisional round. The Browns had a very exciting season that nearly saw them make another AFC championship appearance. Their stingy defense finished top 10 in points allowed, total yards, and pass defense. Their defense is led by free safety Eric Turner, who earned his first Pro Bowl and All-Pro selections, posting 105 tackles and tying the league lead with 9 interceptions. He's one of the best safeties in the game, and he can shut down an entire half of the field with his range. Middle linebacker Pepper Johnson earned his second Pro Bowl selection after posting 122 tackles and 2.5 sacks last season. Barring any major injuries, the Browns could easily have a top 5 defense in '95. The offense struggled to stay consistent in '94, but the addition of 4-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Andre Rison will help to try to replace the loss of Eric Metcalf. If the Browns get consistency out of their offense this season, they will be one of the most dangerous groups in the AFC. The number 9 spot goes to the Miami Dolphins, who finished 10-6 and lost in the AFC divisional round. Easily one of, if not the most explosive offenses in the league, which finished first in total yards, second in passing yards, and third in points scored. Future Hall of Famer quarterback Dan Marino has weapons all over the field. Marino is coming off an incredible 94 season where he was named Comeback Player of the Year, throwing for 4,453 yards and 30 touchdowns. He earned his 8th Pro Bowl selection and is hungry to make one last push for his first Super Bowl run in over a decade. Marino's favorite target is wide receiver Irving Fryer, who is coming off his 3rd Pro Bowl selection after notching 73 catches for 1,270 yards and 7 touchdowns. 1994 Defensive Rookie of the Year defensive tackle Tim Bowens looks to bring a little more fire to the defensive unit, which proved they can stop the run, finishing 6th in 94. But everywhere else was in the bottom half of the league. If Marino wants one last shot at a Super Bowl, the Dolphins' defense will need to step up in a big way. Marino can't do it alone. What did you think of the rankings, and which of these teams do you think has the best chance to make a conference championship game? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time.